Geronimo by Shepherd. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am White Shadow and I have some guests with me in the studio today, and I am going to start introductions with the one, the only, the magical Olivia Woodrow.
Oh, it's been a while since I've heard that. Thank you again.
You ran off for Christmas.
I'm so sorry that I had to go home. I apologise.
But we also have another mystery guest in the studio. Who do we have?
It's B.
It's B. B's in the house. Now, B and Olivia are going to be joining us for the next hour. I nearly said 2 hours because I've been doing 2 hour shows all the way, and I still haven't got out of the habit of going 2 hours.
I'm so sorry.
It's just morally wrong. Now I have to try to figure out how to go 1 hour.
I think it works.
So brace yourselves because you're going to be in for a rough hour, guys. We're going to throw on a few tunes. Stick around. We will be right back after this.
Don't put your blame on me.
Human by Rag and Bone Man. Before that, we were listening to Sail by AWOL Nation. You're listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am White Shadow, and I am joined by the one, the only, the magical Olivia Woodrow.
Hello, again.
And B.
Oh no!
My name's less exciting.
No. Far more interesting, I think. I like your name.
Thank you.
So B, I met you for the first time, and I haven't seen you until today.
I know.
I met you for the first time on the New Year's Eve celebration at the Pack Horse.
And what a night that was.
And what a night that was. And the Pack Horse was packed, was it not? There
were 7 of us.
Oh,
Including the bar staff.
Oh.
It was magical. It was... I've never had a New Year like it.
It was beautiful, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was. The quality of people definitely made up for quantity, didn't it?
Oh,
It was,
yeah, for
yes,
sure.
definitely. It was amazing. And, I mean, yeah, we may or may not have had 1 or 2 beverages. And
11. In some cases.
Maybe. It was a very responsible 11, though.
It was.
It was, yes, it was. And I got home in one piece, which is always good.
That's the dream.
But, I mean, what have you been doing since New Year's?
What haven't I been doing?
What haven't you been doing since New Year's?
I haven't been in America. That's about it, really.
So you've been in every other country in the world except America.
No, what have I been up to? I went to Aberdeen. That was very nice.
Aberdeen. I've never been to Aberdeen.
Have you not?
I've not.
Oh, it's lovely. You'd love it.
What?
I've met you once, but I know you'd love it.
I feel like everybody knows me. So, what do you do here? What do you do here? Who are you? Where are you from? What's going on? Fill us in.
Who are you? I'm doing a PhD at Royal Holloway in biology.
Biology.
Yes.
Awesome.
I know.
I feel it's so intimidating being around this university, surrounded by people studying I can't even spell PhD, let alone study one. It's crazy. It's so intimidating. It is. It really is.
Oh, thanks.
So why? You're welcome. So why biology?
Why not? I guess. No, I love plants. It's like one of my gimmicks. People make fun of me for a lot. Is that I'm like obsessed with plants. I just think they're the best thing ever.
Also,
yeah. I'm like a glorified gardener, basically.
I like that. Maybe you can come revive my spider plant for me.
See, spider plants are quite easy to grow. I've got 3.
Yeah, but you
Just water it once every 2 weeks.
You've still managed to kill it
Yes.
once every 2 weeks.
Yes. And I have my very own allotment, which is so ripe with weeds. It's just...
Oh dear.
I know, it's amazing. It's amazing. They've got stinger nettles, thistles, thorns, all sorts of mysterious things.
That's not an allotment, that's a meadow.
Oh my gosh. Do you know, it's actually interesting to be talking about plants, because I was reading something just a few days ago about there was people working on a theory that in the future we might be able to counterbalance global warming by spraying sulfur dioxide clouds into the air on a regular basis to reflect the solar heat and just to help keep Earth cool. And one of the issues they kind of had with that was that if they stop spraying, that sulfur dioxide is just going to sort of, disappear, and that heat is just going to go wallop, and animals are not going to be able to adjust to the heat again, and they're going to have to sort of like migrate and start finding more foodstuffs and that.
That's a terrible idea.
I know, right?
Who thought of that? I'm angry.
That's one of two possibilities they had to try to counteract global warming.
Wow, we are that desperate, huh?
We're that desperate now, yes.
Yeah. Well, we know that. So essentially, we know that it's too late now. We welcome all of the listeners listening in on a Sunday afternoon. It is too late. But we just got to sit tight and chill, see how it goes.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
It'll be all right, yeah.
I'm not convinced now. I'm really worried.
Yeah, so it's a conservation student. Yeah, it'll be all right.
But I mean, animals would be able to adjust to the heat. Animals would not be able to adjust to the heat change if they stop spraying the clouds that dissipate within a year, and then it would be back at square one. And it could potentially have worse effects because the animals would adjust to being cool, and then if it would stop and they suddenly get all roasty again, it's going to wipe out entire species. But
roasty again.
All roasty again.
I'm going to use that one in my writing.
Go for it. It's not copyrighted yet.
No, thanks.
But I never stopped to consider the plants until just then. As you mentioned, that how would plants cope with this sudden, if they were cooled for such a long time with sulfur dioxide cloudy thingies, and then I'm getting really scientifical here. I used thingies. How would plants react? Do you think this would what effect do you think it would have on plants to just suddenly...
If they just suddenly got really hot, they'd just wilt and die. So if you get a heat wave in the UK, you know what happens to your grass? It just goes brown.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what would happen. It would be a nightmare.
So just about every herbivore on the planet would be like, oh dear.
Yeah, it would be a nightmare, yeah. But the thing with plants is that they're so amazing that global warming isn't going to be too much of an issue. I think not as much as it will be for animals because they rely on plants. So as long as plants can adapt, then there'll be something for animals to. But this is what evolution is for, because we're obsessed with keeping what we're familiar with. So this is the whole issue with pandas. Really, sorry to anyone who likes pandas, but it may have been their time to go extinct. So then something can fill their niche.
Yes.
But because we don't let evolution happen as it should do. It's like, we're not having those adaptations now, so. Yeah. So maybe, I'm not saying that we should just let it happen.
Let all these animals become extinct.
Yeah, let's just kill everything off. I'm sure something will fill its space, but yeah, I think we need to worry a little bit less.
Knowing our luck, more people have filled its space.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not.
Oh gosh, speaking of evolution, actually, I was reading another thing just a few days ago, and I made a note of that too to talk about. This is just flowing so naturally. It's totally unscripted, by the way. This is incredible. This is happening. Yeah, as an international research team were working over in Israel, and they discovered what's now known as the oldest known modern human bones ever.
Ooh.
Which is kind of, they found an upper jawbone with all the teeth, dating around 175,000 to 200,000 years ago.
Wow.
Which has
cool.
Kind of annihilated their theory of when humans started initially leaving Africa, because they're sort of like potentially 50,000 years earlier than they believed, based on this. And that just sort of changes the whole of everything we know about evolution, because 50,000 years is such a huge gap. And
it is for human evolution,
it is. And the whole migration thing, 50,000 years difference in migration, which means...
You can move a long way in 50,000 years.
Yes.
That does change a bit.
And Olivia come from Germany only today.
Yeah. I flew all the way here just for this.
Yeah, well, why not, Hey, I didn't have anything better to do. It's just Sunday.
Oh
gosh, Livy, what do you think about that? 50,000 years a difference, and based on a bone.
I mean, to be honest, I can't offer any particularly sort of scientific thoughts on this. But only just wow, really, wow, that's unbelievable. Sorry.
Oh gosh, I feel like I've been rabbiting for one heck of a long time. Don't you? Don't you? Do you think we need some music?
I think music sounds good.
We need some music. Awesome. Let's do this. Let's stop me from having so much rabbit.
Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
On for tonight, on for tonight, on for tonight.
Chandelier by Sire. Before that, we were listening to Rabbit by Chaz and Dave and Umbrella by the Baseballs. You are listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM. I am White Shadow, and we are joined in the studio by the one, the only, the magical Olivia Woodrow.
It's going to be every link.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Every link for every show forever.
Oh, dear.
And B.
No, you really need to.
Surely it could be
You
more
need
exciting.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. You need something,
Yeah, I need
I
something.
think, for the next link.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Okay.
people of all ages, step right up and don't be shy and get yourself ready for the gem of gems, the diamond of diamonds, B!
Way!
And the crowd went wild.
See, that's better.
Gem of gems.
The diamond of diamonds.
That's nice.
Yes, the rock. So yeah, I read a story this morning, all the way this morning, because I read stuff sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Are you a big book reader?
I am.
You are.
I am, yeah.
And Olivia, are you a big book reader?
Yes, when I have the time.
When you have the time, you're such a busy bee. No, you're the busy bee. You're the, okay,
You could be
well,
more than one busy bee.
I just blew my own mind. Because I have read about 4 books in my life, and one of them was A Simple's Life by Alexandra Orlov, so I'm still not sure that counts.
That's, that's... compare to meerkat.com, huh?
Yes.
Actually, I know...
And Olivia's just caught up, people.
Sorry. Took me a minute.
So Alexandra Orlov, I feel like I should know that
Yeah.
name.
I know. I met... Oh no,
Meerkat.
actually, it's not that exciting anymore. But it was my ex's older sister's friend's dad is Alexander Orlov.
What?
Whoa!
I know.
That's a very distant connection, but I like it. That's cool.
I thought of it, yeah.
That's cool.
Wow, you're related to a meerkat.
I am, yeah.
This is amazing.
I know.
This is amazing.
Mind blown twice in like 1 minute.
Oh, perfect mind blowing on a Sunday afternoon, and you heard it here first. Going back about 10 topics ago, I read something this morning about a mother who gives her young daughter, she's only about 6 or 7, I think, and she gives her daughter a £5 allowance each week,
I saw this.
and then requested £3.60 back each week as rent. And the theory is that she's sort of trying to help me out here. That she's trying to prepare her child for the adult world of having to, budget and pay bills and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How old is the child?
I think she was 6 or 7.
7,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
And-
quite
And
young.
she sort of takes back half of what she gives her kid. But then at 6 or 7, what do you really need £3 for a week? Do you know what I mean?
As well,
No
this-
idea.
My nan used to give me £1 a week, and that was for like a cake.
See, I could get onto the debate of this topic because years and years and years ago, a Freddo bar used to be like 10p, and
5p in my local shop.
back in them there good old days when I was a wee whippersnapper. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, £3 would not get you very far nowadays, especially if you set a 6 or 7 year old loose in a sweet shop. £100 wouldn't be enough.
True.
Yeah, would you want to give a 6 or 7 year old £100 worth of sweets though? Because they'd be.
I would.
fools.
Explosion.
Well,
I-
give them all the sweets, make them eat them, and then give them back to the parent like fully wired.
In theory,
They'd crash for like 3 days after with the
in theory, a child could probably eat enough sweets that they'd be so sick from them that they just wouldn't want to go near them ever again. That would be an
It's a
interesting
good theory. It's a good theory.
Yes.
I know. I remember my nana telling me that when she was younger, she ate so many chocolate biscuits once that she cannot eat a chocolate biscuit ever. And she's now like 80 plus, and she can't eat chocolate biscuits. No, because she once ate so many that it made her feel sick.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's wow.
So it's the opposite for me. I remember one Easter, my mum did an Easter egg hunt, and I must have eaten about 50 Easter eggs and a bottle of Coke, and then I was sick, obviously, for the next 2 days, and I still eat chocolate like it's going out of fashion.
Just didn't affect you at all.
Oh gosh, so, yeah, there's a lot of people sort of saying it's a brilliant idea to sort of educate this child on what the real world's going to be like once she's out there, and there's other people saying she's a child, just let her live her life, let her enjoy her youth while she can, make the most of that freedom and not having to stress about it, and let her worry about that other stuff later. What do you think? What?
I mean, it's an interesting idea for sure. I think I do totally understand what the mum's going for there. I mean, ever since I was little, if I wanted something, I would have to wait for my birthday or Christmas, and if it was more than the allowance that I would get for my birthday or Christmas, I would have to save up for it and then buy it. So I had a similar thing ever since I can remember, really. So I mean, I think I've turned out all right. Yeah. No, so I think it's just a different way of doing a similar thing.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about it is that the £3.60, I think it is, she's taking from that £5 allowance is going into a secret savings account, which is going to be given to her daughter when she's 18 and ready to leave home.
I like that.
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
yes.
See, that changes a lot. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in
Nice.
theory, when she
Context.
turns 18, when she's ready to move out, she's going to have just over £2,500 set aside and ready for her, that she's saved up ready for that. And
That's great.
it's going to be amazing.
I like that.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
My savings are about £3.20. Oh gosh. Should we throw on a few more tunes? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Okay. Now there are two songs we have coming up that I am.
You want me to introduce them?
Let's do it. Why not? Let's do this.
Okay, so the next two I've chosen, and they're like the best ever in my opinion. We're gonna get loads of hate now. So first of all, we have got Waterfalls from TLC, an absolute cracker, followed quickly in succession by Ignition by R. Kelly, my fave tune.
Let's Get Ready to Rumble by PJ and Duncan. Before that, we were listening to Waterfalls by TLC, Ignition remix by R. Kelly, and you are listening to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM, and I am White Shadow, and we are joined in the studio by the Gemma Gems, the Diamond of Diamonds, the legendary B. Woo! Woo! And the crowd went wild.
I was really excited, like, woo!
And Olivia.
I feel more comfortable with that introduction, to be fair.
Yeah. The one,
No.
the only, the magical Olivia Woodrow.
Thanks.
And I cannot believe we've already only got about 4 minutes left to be doing some chin-wagging battery stuff.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, I know. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
My tortoise, McLean. I
You
hope
have a
he's
tortoise?
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's so cute. Wait, what's his
I love
name?
that he's the first person that I thought of.
What's his name?
McLean, like John McClane from Die Hard.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
That's really cute.
that's
love it.
amazing. I love a tortoise.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. A tortoise.
I know.
How long have you had a tortoise?
This is my 3rd year with him, so he is now 5 years old.
Oh, bless.
I know.
Oh, is he out of the nappies yet?
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
He's not potty trained yet.
Oh, so cute. How big is he? Like, obviously, we've got cameras, so this is an advantage.
For anyone watching, he's about this big. So,
Oh, that's quite
I mean,
big.
he's a marginated tortoise for anyone who's interested, and they're the largest European tortoise. So
Oh.
yeah, he's like
Wow.
halfway done. Yeah, he's got another half to go.
Oh
so
my gosh, he's going to be giant.
He's gonna be dog-sized, yeah.
Dog size.
Wait, where does he live? Like, in what does he
So
live?
he has what's called a tortoise table. So it's just like a big. Well, it's actually half a chest of drawers that I sort of reused to sort of turn into his play area. And he has a hedgehog hide that he sleeps in.
Aww.
Yeah. And it's just like soil, and it's in my study.
I'm still stuck on a dog size thing. I've seen Chihuahuas and Dobermans, and I'm just like, whatever.
Doberman size.
What end are we talking? Yeah, he's gonna be like Jack Russell, I guess.
And the most playing question on my mind right now is, what plants does he eat?
Ooh, good segue. He likes weeds, so like dandelions, clover, lots of things. Kale, spring greens, lambs, lettuce. Yeah.
Oh.
Like hibiscus flowers, though, that's his real jam. That's when he's
He eats better than I
at his
do.
best. Yeah. I know. I buy him so many good greens, and then I'm like, I should probably eat some of this. I just give it to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally amazing.
That's so cute.
I don't think I've ever had a pet tortoise. We've had a lot of strange pets in our time, but I don't remember a tortoise. We've had chickens and rabbits and lizards and unidentifiable blobs.
Really?
I can't. I've never figured out what it was. It was just like a giant slug snail thing.
Was it really a pet?
It might have been an apple.
Something you found in the garden.
Another thing I just picked up off the street.
Is it me you're talking about? Just a giant blob.
Yes, I own you now. You're my pets.
Oh,
God. I'm
a
describing
pet.
you as the blob.
Excellent, thanks.
You would definitely have to be the bee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the queen bee.
The queen bee. You said that with such confidence. I love it. So
Obviously.
the queen bee.
The queen bee.
So suave. Awesome. So we have like 50 seconds left. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
you're
You've been
welcome.
absolutely amazing, and we definitely want you back on.
It's been such a pleasure. This has been so fun. Are you kidding?
You need to have a show. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You can chat more about your tortoise and plants.
That's the dream. If anyone wants to listen, and even if they don't, I want to talk about it.
Yeah, watch this space, because sometime in the very near future we could have Bee's show on Insanity Radio.
Oh, I think it'll be great.
I think it'll be amazing. I think it'll be absolutely amazing. Bee, thank you so much for being on the show today. And Olivia, thank you so much for taking time out from your busy schedule all the way over in Germany just to be here.
So good.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You're going to pay me back, right?
Definitely, 100%. Now we are going to be going over to the Students' Radio Association show in about 7.5 minutes, so stay tuned to Insanity Radio 103.2 FM and enjoy Finesse, another one requested by our wonderful guest today, the legendary Gem of Gems, the Diamond of Diamonds, Bee!